Welcome to Brindhavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, slokas, songs, Divyadesams and much more. Namaskaram, Uttama Bhagavatas. Today, Aipasi Thiruvonam, 29th October 2025. Let us go on a Divyadarsanam to the Divyadesams along with Poigai Azhwar on his Thirunakshatram today. He takes us to the Nindra Thirukola Divyadesams, which he has sung in Mughal Thiuvandhadhi. We have already seen the Brindhavan Thirukolam and the Sayana Thirukolam in the previous two Divyadarsanams. We dedicate this to our parents, Rajalakshmi and Srinivasa Iyengar, and Kamala and Seshadri. Our mission of Brindhavan will focus on 4 pathways to Vaishnava anubhavam: Pasurams and slokas in Santai form, Pasurams and slokas as music, Divyakshetra Mahimai, and classical art forms. Ramanuja Daya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimat Venkatanathāryam Mande Vedanta Desikam Sri Sailesa Daya Patram Deepatyadi Gunadhamam Yatindra Pravanam Mande Ramyajamataram Munim. Our sincere Dandavat Pranams and Dhanyosmi to Professor Ube Gomatam Seshadri Ramkumar Swamin of Texas for inducting us into this Arulichayam Anubhavam. Dhanyosmi to Kumari Harshini and Kumari Sweta of Columbus, Ohio for the Kaikaryam of reciting Swami Desikan's Prabandhasadam. Very beautifully done, children. The following organizations, having provided a wealth of knowledge in the internet for us to enrich and enjoy, some of which have been used here: Vaishnava Sampradaya, Acharya.org, Ananthazhwan.org, Prapatti.com, Divyadesams, and much more. Poigai Azhwar Avatar happened in the beautiful temple city of Kanchipuram, south of the Bhagavath river in Tiruvakka, where the Yathotkari Sannadhi is there. He was found in the lotus pond, and he is the Amsam of one of the Panchayatam of Pernal, the Panchajanyam or the Shankam. He was found on the Aipasi Thiruvonam day. The first 3 Azhwars, or the Madal Azhwar, Poigai Azhwar, Sarayogi, Kasarayogi, Poigai Piran, and Padmamuni are the other names for Poigai Azhwar. Bhutat Azhwar and Pei Azhwar, also known as Mahatahver, together are called the Mudal Azhwars because they are the first 3 Azhwars. Now we will see Moondru Andhadiyin Pirappu. Mudal Thiruvandhadhi, Irandam Thiruvandhadhi, and Moondram Thiruvandhadhi. First, second and third Thiruvandhadhi. Andhadi means there is the second stanza starts from the last letter of the or the last word of the previous stanza. That is called Andhadi. Now you will see how in all the Moondru Thiruvandhadhi are born in Thirukovalur. Thirukovalur, as we know, is Ulagananda Perumal in South India. Poigai Azhwar comes to Thirukovalur and stays in a small hut near the Ulagananda Perumal temple. So that hut is small enough and it can hold one person can lie down there. And it starts raining. Then Bhutatarvar comes in to the same hut and they try to squeeze it. Now, when one person can lie down, the space is enough for two people to sit. A little while later, Peyarvar also comes and joins. Now in that little space, all the three of them squeeze themselves. Now there's space enough for them only to stand next to each other. So as they are standing next to each other, they feel as if each one is pushing the other. And it is actually Perumal gives them the darshan. And then they start singing the NindraThirukola. The first Thiuvandhadhi by Poigai Azhwar starts with Vayyam Thagaliya. The second Thiuvandhadhi starts with Anbe Thagaliya. And in the third Thiuvandhadhi, Peyarvar starts singing what he sees. Thirukkanden Ponmeni Kande. What a beautiful happening. Now we will see first Thiuvandhadhi, how it starts. Vayyam Thagaliya Varkadale Neyyaga Veyya Kadiron Velakkaga Seyya Sudaraliyan Adike Soottinen Solmalai Idarali Neengugave Endru. The meaning goes as, I offer this song at his feet. He does not very specifically mention Narayanan, but he says Sudaraliyan. He who controls the Leela Vibhuti and the Nitya Vibhuti. The Leela Vibhuti is the material world. I take the earth as a lamp, ocean as the ghee, and sun is the light, and water and all the Panchabhutangal in the Leela Vibhuti. And the Nitya Vibhuti, the spiritual world, and ask his grace to serve him with eternal bliss and relief from samsara sagaram and cycle of birth and death. This is the first stanza of the first Thiuvandhadhi by Poigai Azhwar. Mudalayandan's Taniyan for Poigai Piran. Kaidai ser பொழில் சூழ் கச்சினர் வந்துதித்த பொய்கை பிரான் கவிஞர் போரேறு வையத்து அடியவர்கள் வாழ அருந்தமிழ் நூற்றந்தாதி படிவிளங்கச் செய்தான் பரிந்து. Ananthazhwan is highlighted in Mudal Thiruvanthadhi by Poigai Azhwar. How Ananthazhwan or Adiseshan is always with Perumal, whether he is standing, walking, sitting or lying down. So it goes as Chendral Kudayam Irundal Singasanamam Nindral Maravadiyam Nilkadalul Endrum Punayam Anivilakkam Poom Pattam Polgum Manayam Thirumarkku Aravu. This shows how Adiseshan or Ananthazhwan is very close to Perumal and always with him. According to some Vyakhyana or some of the elders, it is also said that Nityasuris, our ancestors who are performing Kainkaryam to Sriman Narayanan, are also eternally with him. Like wherever he goes, they are with him. Poompattam, either they are in his clothes or they are in his chest, they are always doing Kainkaryam. They are all Kainkaryaparas. Having made us understand the inseparability of Ananthazhwan from Perumal and the close association of Ananthazhwan to Perumal, Azhwar now takes us to three Divyadesams, where Perumal is the Nindra Thirukola and Ananthazhwan is the Maravadi or the slippers and doing Kainkaryam to Perumal. The three Divyadesams are Thirukovalur, 2 Pasarams, Tirupathanpalli, 1 Pasaram, and Thiruvengadam, 10 Pasarams. We will start our Divyadarsanam from Thirukovalur. From there we will go to Pathanpalli and we will complete our Divyadesa Yatra with Thiruvengadam, singing the glory of Perumal as sung by Poigaiazhwar. The first Divyadesam we come as Thirukovalur, Ulagalanda Perumal, the birthplace of all the 3 Thiuvandhadhis, Mudal Thiuvandhadhi, Irandam Thiuvandhadhi and Moondram Thiuvandhadhi. Mudal Thiuvandhadhi by Poigaiazhwar. We come singing his pasarams. Thirukovalur is another beautiful Kshetram, which is only one of the 5 Panchakrishna Kshetram, which is outside of the Kumbakonam Nagapattinam ring. It is near Viluppuram, as we all saw. Here, Perumal takes Vamana Avataram. Vamana is a small human being, very small. He comes as a dwarf, in fact. So, Mahabali is a great devotee of Perumal, and he gets his boon from Perumal, and he is very devout. The Indras, the Devas are all very concerned that if Mahabali is so devout, then he will be overtaking the Indra, which is not really right. So Perumal says, okay, now it's time for Mahabali to get moksha. So Perumal comes as a small little dwarf and asks him, give me something there, and does yachakam to Mahabali. Mahabali says, please ask whatever you want. And he says, give me 3 steps of land. That will be enough. Mahabali was very curious. 3 steps of land, is that enough? And Perumal in dwarf form says, yes, that's more than enough for me. So, as the practice goes, he pours water on for Perumal, and then he says, okay, now take 3 steps. Now Perumal shows his Swaya Rupam, or his actual Rupam. He puts 1 foot in the ground and whole of the earth is occupied, and he puts the other foot on the sky. He says, that's occupied. Now I got already 2 steps. O king, how do I get my 3rd step? Where do I go? Then Mahabali, then realizing that Perumal himself has come, he falls at the feet of Perumal and says, put the 3rd step on my head. And Perumal puts the 3rd step on the head, as you all see, and he gives moksham to Mahabali. This is Thirukovalur. It's a beautiful Perumal with the right leg up and the left leg on the ground. The Visesham of Thirukovalur is Bhagavan gives darshan to all the 3 Mudalalvars, Bhudatalvar, Poigaiazhwar and Poigaiazhwar. The story goes that first Bhudatalvar came in and he found a room to stay for the night, and he was lying down. Then after some time, Poigaiazhwar comes there. He finds the same room and comes to stay there. Both of them, Bhudatalvar and Poigaiazhwar, sitting in that place. And next, Poigai Azhwar comes there. When three of them come, there is no place for three of them to sit. So all the three of them are standing. And as they do that, in the darkness, Perumal gives them the darshan. And they start singing in praise of the Lord, which of Sriman Narayana, which we will see a little later, what the songs were. Oruvar kidakka, iruvar irukka, moovar nirka, which means one person can lie down, two can sit, and three can stand in the given space. So all the three Azhwars had Bhagavan darshan at the same time in this place. It's a beautiful place. Thalavaksham for Thirukovalur is Punnai Maram. In Thirukovalur, Moolavar is Ulagalanda Perumal, Trivikramar. Tayar is Pushpavali Tayar. Tayar is Thanikol Nachiyar. Utsavar is Ayanar Gopalan. Perumal is in Nindra Thirukolam, Tirumugamandalam facing east. That is, his face is facing east. And his right leg is lifted up, as we see in the Trivikrama Avataram, pointing towards the sky. The Pushkarini, the water body associated to Thirukovalur is Pushkarini is Krishna Tirtham or Chakra Tirtham, and Pennai river is also associated with this temple. Vimanam is Srikara Vimanam. We will now sing Mudal Thiruvandhadhi, Pasaram 77 and 86 on Thirukovalur by Poigai Azhwar. Vengadamum Vinnagarum Bekkavum Aggada Poongidangin Neelkoval Ponnagarum Naan Kidattum Nirindran Irundan Kidandan Nadandane Endral Kedumamidar Neeyum Thirumagalum Nindrayal Kondredithepayum Panimarutha Panbala Vasal Kadakaliya Ulpuha Kamar Poongoval Idakaliye Patriyine. From Thirukovalur we come to Parthanpalli. It is a small village east of Sirgari, close to Tirunangur. It is on en route to Thiruvenkadu. Moolavar Perumal in Parthanpalli is Thamarayal Kelvan. Utsavar is Parthasarathi. He has the ball in his hand. The Tayar is Thamaranayagi. Tirumugamandalam is facing west. Nindra Thirukola. Tirtham is Shankasaras or Ganga Tirtham. Vimanam is beautiful Narayana Vimanam. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Parthan, Varunan and Ekadashi Rudragal. This temple also has Kolavilli Raman in the same Garbhagram. Thamarayal Kelvan Vimanam in Parthanpalli is a beautiful Narayana Vimanam. There is a Utsavamurti, Kolavilli Raman. We now come to the Moolavar Sannadhi. Moolavar Thamarayal Kelvan. Utsavar is Parthasarathi. Perumal has Sridevi, Bhudevi, Neela Devi and also Jambavati. So there are 4 Tayars here. As we are in the Moolavar Sannadhi, let us recite Mudal Thiruvandhadhi 67th Pasuram on this Parthanpalli Perumal. Peyarum Karungadale Nokkumaru Unbu Uyarum Kadiravane Nokkum Irum Dharmanaye Nokkum Unthamarayal Kelvan Uruvaniye Nokkum Unarvu. From Parthanpalli we come to Thiruvengadam. Alarmayil Mangai Samayada Thiruvengadam. I am sure many of us had the bhagyam of the darshanam of this Perumal in Tirumala Tirupati. Moolavar is Srinivasa Thiruvengadamuriyan Eduguntlavada Venkatramana is also known as Govinda, and many other names. Perumal is in Nindra Thirukola, Tirumukha Mandalam facing east. Utsavar is Malayappar, Kalyana Venkateswarar. The Kalyana Utsavam in this temple is very well known. Tayar, Alarmail Mangai Tayar, is Tanikoil Nachiyar. She is in Tiruchanur. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Brahma, Rudra, Tondaiman and many rishis. There are several Tirthams in Tirumala. Swami Pushkarani, Papa Vinashanam, Akasha Ganga, Koneri, Vaikunta Tirtham, Chakra Tirtham, Japali Tirtham, Bagula Tirtham, Pandava Tirtham, Ramakrishna Tirtham, Tumburu Tirtham, Sesha Tirtham, Sukha Santana Tirtham and Mora Tirtham. Tirupati Perumal, Tirumala Perumal Vimanam is Ananda Nilayam. Anandam is happiness or joy. True to its name, when we all have the darshanam of the Vimana Venkateswarar, we all enjoy not only Anandam or Peranandam, which is excessive joy, we enjoy Paramanandam, which is total bliss, when we completely forget the rest of the world or anything and just enjoy that moment when we have the darshanam of Vimana Venkateswarar. Ananda Nilay Vimanam, Tirumala. There are a total of 202 pasurams sung by the Alvars: Periyalvar, Andal, Kulashekar Alvar, Thirumangal Alvar, Thiruppan Alvar, Thirumangai Alvar, Poigai Azhwar, Bhudat Alvar, Peyalvar and Nammalvar. As we saw, Poigai Azhwar has sung 10 pasurams on Thiruvengadamudiyaan in Mudal Thiuvandhadhi. Let us sing the 10 pasurams. எழுவார் விடை கொள்வார் ஈந்துழாயானை வழுவார் வகை நினைந்து வைகள் தொழுவார் வினைச் சுடரை நந்துவிக்கும் வேங்கடமே வானோர் மனச்சுடரைத் தூண்டும் மலை. வகையறு நுண் கேள்வி வாய்வார்கள் நாளும் புகை விளக்கும் பூம்புனலும் ஏந்தி திசை திசையின் வேதியர்கள் செஞ்சி இறைஞ்சும் வேங்கடமே வெஞ்சங்கம் ஊதியவாய் மால் உகந்த ஊர். ஊரும் வரியறவம் பொன்குரவர் மால்வானை பேரை எறிந்த பெருமணியை கார் உடைய மின்னென்று புற்றடையும் வேங்கடமே மேல் சுடர் எம் எனுமாலரிடம். இடந்தது பூமி எடுத்தது குன்றம் கடந்தது கஞ்சனை முன்னஞ்ச கிடந்ததுவும் நீர் ஓதமா கடலே நின்றதுவும் வேங்கடமே பேரோத வண்ணர் பெரிது. பெருவில் பாழி குறவர் கைச்செந்தி வெறுவிப்புனம் துறந்த வேழம் இருவிசும்பில் மீன் வீழ கண்டு அஞ்சும் வேங்கடமே மேல் அசுரர் கோன் வீழக் கண்டு உகந்தான் குன்று. உணர்வாரார் உன் பெருமை ஊரிதோரூழி உணர்வாரார் உன் உருவம் தன்னை உணர்வாரார் விண்ணகத்தாய் மண்ணகத்தாய் வேங்கடத்தாய் நால்வேத பண்ணகத்தாய் நீ கிடந்த பால். வழி நின்று நின்னை தொழுவார் வழுவா மொழி நின்ற மூர்த்தியரே ஆவர் பழுதொன்றும் வாராத வண்ணமே விண் கொடுக்கும் மண்ணளந்த சீரான் திருவேங்கடம். வேங்கடமும் விண்ணகரும் வெக்காவும் அக்காத பூங்கிடங்கின் நீள்கோவல் பொன்னகரும் நான் கிடத்தும் நின்றான் இருந்தான் கிடந்தான் நடந்தானே என்றால் கெடுமாமிடர். படையாரும் வாட்கண்ணார் பாரசினால் பைம்பூன் தொடையலோடு ஏந்திய தூபம் இடையிடையேன் மீன் மாய மாசுடம் வேங்கடமே மேல் ஒரு நாள் மான் மாய எய்தான் வரை. Swami Vedanta Desikar in his Prabandhasaram sings on Poigaiazhwar. It is beautifully sung here by Harshini and Sweta Sudarshan.
அருள் மிகுத்த தொரவடிவாய் காட்சி தன்னல் ஐப்பசி மாத திருவோணத்து நாளில் பொருள் மிகுத்த மறை விளங்க புவியோர் உய்ய பொய்கதனில் வந்துதித்த புனிதா முன்னாள் இருளதனில் தன்கோவல் இடைகளைச் சென்ன இருவருடன் நிற்கவும் மாரடை நெருக்க திருவிளக்காவன வையந்துகளினூரும் செழும்பொருளாய் எனக்கருள் செய்திருத நீயே.
Manawala Mamadigal in his Upadesa Rathanamalai sings about Azhwar's glories and also their Thirunakshatram and where they were born. ஆழ்வார்கள் வாழி அருளிச்செயல் வாழி தாழ்வாதியும் குரவல் தாம்பாழி ஏழ்பாரும் உய்ய அவர்கள் உரைத்தவர்கள் தாம்பாழி செய்யமறை தன்னுடனே சேர்ந்து ஐப்பசியில் ஓணம் அவிட்டம் சதயம் வை ஒப்பில்லா நாள்கள் உலகத்தீர் எப்புவையும் பேசும் புகழ் பொய்கையார் பூதத்தார் பேயாழ்வார் தேசுடனே தோன்று சிறப்பால். These 3 days are unequaled because of the avatarika of the 3 Azhwars, Poigaiazhwar, Bhudatazhwar and Peyazhwar in Aipasi, Thiruvonam, Avittam and Sadayam. Having had the Divyadesamam of the Nindra Thirukola Divyadesams as sung by Poigaiazhwar, we conclude his Thirunakshatram for 2025 by singing the last 2 pasurams of Mughal Thiuvandhadhi as a concluding thing, understanding that importance of Ananthazhwan as he is always with Perumal and he is inseparable from Perumal doing Kainkaryam. உளன் கண்டாய் நன்னெஞ்சே உத்தமன் என்றும் உளன் கண்டாய் உள்ளுவார் உள்ளத்து உளன் கண்டாய் வெள்ளத்தின் உள்ளானும் வேங்கடத்து மேயானும் உள்ளத்தின் உள்ளான் என்று ஓரடியும் சாடுதைத்த ஒன்மலர்ச் சேவடியும் ஈரடியும் காணலாம் நன்னெஞ்சே ஓரடியில் தாயவனை கேசவனை தன்துழாய் மாலை சேர் மாயவனையே மனத்துவை. Adiyongal Dasoham and Danyosmi for joining us in our Poigaiazhwar Thirunakshatram Aipasi Thiruvonam October 29th, 2025. See you all in our next Vaishnava. Adiyongal Dasoham, Parthasadi Srinivasan family. Please share with like-minded friends your Vaishnava on Brindhavan. For more Vaishnava, visit www.brindhavanjapam.org.